Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. Welcome back to part 2. In this section, we'll continue where we left off and dive deeper so you can understand the topic even better. Let's continue. For a milder pot, use less gochugaru and more broth. You can also add a splash of milk or an extra slice of cheese near the end to soften the heat. Meats and sausages, spam, hot dogs, and ham. Processed meats are part of the character of Korean army stew. They are salty, fatty, and very filling, which fits a big shared meal. Common choices include spam or other canned luncheon meat, hot dogs or smoked sausages, and thinly sliced ham or bacon. These meats season the broth as they simmer, so you often do not need extra salt. If you want a lighter bowl, swap in chicken sausage, turkey ham, or a small amount of lean pork or beef. You can also use tofu cubes to cut the richness without losing protein. The important thing is variety. Mixing 2 or 3 types of meat gives each bite a slightly different texture. Veggies, kimchi, and noodles that make it a full meal. Vegetables and kimchi keep Budae Jjigae from tasting too heavy. They add crunch, sweetness, and a bit of freshness. Popular vegetables include onion, green onion, cabbage, mushrooms, and sometimes zucchini or carrot. They soak up the broth and help balance the salty meats. Kimchi is a key flavor. Its sour, fermented taste gives the stew depth and a slight tang. Use well-fermented kimchi if you can, since older kimchi adds more punch. To turn the stew into a full meal, people add instant ramen noodles, Korean rice cakes, and beans. Noodles and rice cakes make the pot fun to eat and soak up flavor like little sponges. Beans add a mild sweetness and extra body to the broth. How to make Budae Jjigae at home, easy step-by-step guide. You do not need special tools to make Korean army stew at home. A wide, shallow pot and a portable burner are nice, but a regular pot on the stove works fine. Step 1. Prepare the broth and seasoning sauce. Start by mixing your soup base. In a bowl, stir together gochujang, gochugaru, minced garlic, soy sauce, and a bit of sugar. Taste it with a spoon. It should taste strong, because it will spread through the broth. Pour your broth or water into the pot, then whisk in the seasoning mix. Taste again and adjust. If it is too salty, add more broth. If you want more heat, add a pinch of gochugaru. Step 2. Arrange the pot with meat, kimchi, and vegetables. Next, build the stew in a wide pot. Lay sliced spam, sausage rounds, and ham in small groups around the edges. Add handfuls of kimchi, onion slices, mushrooms, and cabbage in separate sections. Many people leave an open space in the middle for the ramen that goes in later. This layout looks nice at the table and lets each person see what is inside. Do not stress if your pot does not look like a restaurant photo. As long as the ingredients fit, the stew will taste great. Step 3. Simmer, add noodles and cheese and serve at the table. Gently pour the seasoned broth over everything in the pot. Set it on the stove or a portable burner and bring it to a gentle boil, then lower to a simmer. The meats will release more flavor, and the vegetables will soften. When the vegetables are tender, add instant ramen noodles to the center. Top with 1 or 2 slices of cheese so it melts into the broth. After the noodles are cooked, move the pot to the center of the table and keep it on low heat if you can. Everyone can scoop stew, noodles, and toppings into their own bowls. Thanks for watching part 2. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.